Diamonds are nothing when I'm rocking with ya. Diamonds are nothing when I'm shining with ya. Just keep it white and black as if I'm your sister. I'm too hip to hop around, time to hit with ya. I know I get wow, wow, wow. Wow, wow, wow thoughts. Wow, wow, wow. When I'm with you, all I get is wild thoughts. Wow, wow, wow. When I'm with you, all I get is wild thoughts.
What's good, YouTube? It's King KAPPA KARL back again. It's been a long summer. I appreciate all my YouTube followers bearing with me. I've been traveling the globe and enjoying my summer, you know, just kind of taking a break from work and the YouTube, you know, postgraduate life. I want to thank all my followers who reached out about me. Hey, Carl, when's your next video? And, you know, reached out and kind of was with me while I was traveling, you know, showing love and support. So I have a real special guest. I'm going to go ahead and let her introduce herself.
Hi everybody, it's Queen Chioma. Oh, so cute.
What's good, Choma?
What's good, Carl? How you been?
I'm good.
Okay.
You know, today we are actually gonna do a little something special. We are making a video about cuffing season. I believe we showed you the actual schedule, you know, so I'm gonna go ahead and read it off here, just in case, you know, you missed that. So cuffing season, it began, your scouting, you know, should have began August 1st through August 31st. You know, all the scouting, you know, getting your rosters together, you know, kind of just thinking about, you know, who you gonna give a little bit of time to, who you gonna let come to trials and things like that.
Yeah.
And then drafting September 1st through the 30th. Now today is September 8th, so we are 8 days into draft season. So I hope everyone has been, you know, reaching out, whether it's by text, FaceTime, Snapchat, a Twitter, DM, sliding DMs, whatever you're doing, delivering the news. Hey, you over there, I'm drafting you for cuffing season. I hope everyone's, you know, been enjoying, kind of letting their picks know that they will be in the draft this year in your cuffing season.
Can I ask a quick question? Is there a certain number of draft picks that you could have, or it doesn't matter? Should there be a certain number, or it could be infinite?
However many you can handle, it's unlimited.
Interesting.
Unlimited. Yeah, I mean, I remember one year I think I had about 30
draft picks?
I had about 30, 35 one year.
Interesting.
Yeah, definitely. We will be getting into October 1st. You know, if you notice, it's kind of a pattern here with the first. October 1st is tryouts. You know, that's when, you know, you kind of maybe go on some light dates, you know, some Netflix and chills, you know, maybe do some things together, you know, fill each other out. Heavy FaceTimes. That's when, you know, people are starting to, you know, see what roles they fit and things like that, you know.
So you were heavy FaceTiming 30 girls?
I mean, I put variety in my tryouts. My tryouts is a little different. I mean, my tryouts involve, you know, some physical interaction, you know, some FaceTimes, you know, little casual dates here, you know, with some tasks. You know, you can add tasks to your tryouts. Maybe, you know what I'm saying, cook, you know, see if they can cook. You know what I'm saying? Do home, I was in college, you know, the homework, you know, take quizzes for you. I mean,
so you expected the girl to do all of that during draft season when she was unofficial?
You know, it's tryouts. She's trying out.
So she's just trying out. I mean, you're showing your best. Yeah. To possibly make the team.
Yeah, you ain't gonna come half step. I mean, you want to make the roster, make the final cuts.
Okay.
You're gonna have to try. So then, you know, trials are until October 31st. So, you know, shortly after Halloween, fellas, you know, you should be definitely making your final cuts. And ladies as well, you know, because a lot of ladies out there that, you know, it's in the game, you know, and they got their own season. You know, they got their own team that they built. How your drafts coming? It's September 8th. Are you drafting?
This season? Yeah. They all failed.
Well, you got, it's the 8th, you got like 22 more days.
I don't think they're gonna make it. My team is very, very hard to get on. So
interesting. Now, preseason, very important. November 1st, kick off preseason. That is when your final roster is due. You know, so we need to know what's the final number. You know, in preseason, that's when, you know, you put everybody to the test. You know, you divide them up, time spent, you know, kick it with each other. You know, that's when the dates might be a little
whose performance is the best on the roster.
Yeah, I mean,
so you score. Basically, you score them on every little thing they can do, and whoever's total points is the maximum is the winner.
Yes.
Okay. Wow, this is really tryouts.
Yes. So, you know, like I said, now preseason, November 1st through the 30th. That's when it get a little heavier. That's when you start comparing and contrasting. You know, things like that. Now, cuffing season officially begins December 1st. Don't let nobody lie to you. Cuffing season is not that long. It begins December 1st. Okay, because you got to think about it. I mean, Christmas. You know, you got to buy a gift. You know, don't let your girl or dude birthday be in December. You know, Sagittarius. Then you got to buy 2 gifts. You know, cuffing season, it begins December 1st. That's when it officially begins. You know, it ends January 15th, and then you start your playoffs. Playoffs is when you could potentially bring back somebody who didn't make it in the preseason or in the tryouts, or you know somebody
who isn't performing well during their
preseason.
During
the preseason.
Okay.
Yeah. You could bring them back for the playoffs, you know, and get them a chance to redeem themselves. Because we all know when the Cuffing Season Championship is. You know what it is, right?
I would assume it's in February.
On what day?
14th.
Yes, it is the February 14th. We have
the Super Bowl.
Super Bowl Championship, Game 7, whatever you want to call it. You know, that is where you showcase what you've been cuffing all winter, all December.
Wait. So you mean to tell me nobody knows about these people up until that day?
Oh, no.
Or that's just when you really showcase the prize, the trophy.
Yeah,
that's when you show your trophy.
So, you know, that's when you show them with the gifts and you set the night up, romantic evening and the events and dates, concert, whatever y'all do. You know, that's when you go ahead and, you know, put them on that stage. Like, you know, you held it down, Cuffing Season, you did your thing, you know, and that's when, you know what I'm saying, that's when you, boom.
So I have a question. What was your best championship game?
My best championship game? I feel like it's yet to come.
Okay, so
yeah, I'm holding this season. I'm holding the big, probably the biggest expectation that I've ever had. I feel like this season is gonna be my best. I really do. I'm not gonna lie, because right now, you know, things are looking really solid for my Cuffing Season. So, you know, I feel like this championship game is gonna be crazy. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna take it slow. You know, I'm gonna take it slow. I believe Queen Chioma, some of her, you know, thousands of subscribers and followers on social media and YouTube have sent some questions. You know, a lot of you guys want to get to the bottom of Cuffing Season. You know, we just gave you our general overview, but you know, it's some details that we haven't went into yet. And what we're gonna do is, you know, we're gonna get started here and get into some of these questions, and we're going to give you both our opinions on them as well.
Okay, so the first question says, why only cuff when it gets cold outside?
That's a really good question.
It is a very good question, and here's my answer. Because summertime, you know, it's warm outside, you have a lot more free time to do whatever excursions you feel like doing. So then when it's time for you to settle down and be more serious about school, work, or whatever it is that you do during September, now you need someone to help you carry on all the tasks. So then that's why people start looking, because now you got to be in school, so now they need someone to do your homework. Now you're back in college, so now you need some more money. Now you need to be living on your own, so now you need someone to cook your food. So it's very beneficial to get somebody who's going to help you during your time of need versus when you're in summertime and you're home with your parents. You don't really need nobody. That's how guys think. I don't think like that.
I have to admit that you are pretty correct. You know, your breakdown was very nice, but I do want to add some things. First of all, with Cuffing Season, think of it. You're cuffing someone. You know, that's who you're giving your attention to. You know, you're making them the focus. When you're not in Cuffing Season, it's a free-for-all. It can have its negatives and it can have its positives. You know, for example, if it's a free-for-all, that's when you could potentially be playing with, you know, people's feelings and things like that, which could lead to, you know, drastic cases. Like, for example, if you get your tires slashed in the summertime, you know, it's not that much to change the tire. You know, it's nice outside, it's hot, you take your shirt off. You know what I'm saying? Do your thing. Don't nobody want to change no tire in the wintertime. I'm just saying, you know, it's snowy. We on the East Coast, you know, it's snowy outside, you know, cold, rainy, whatever, hell. Nobody want to do that, you know what I'm saying? Don't nobody want to try to get their car repainted because you done keyed it up in the wintertime. In the summertime, it's like a lot less struggle for the drama, you know, because as we know, sometimes there can be some drama that can come from situations. It is, you know, definitely more beneficial to be in the house, you know, cuffed up in the wintertime, you know, while it's cold outside, holiday season. It's just the mood of it, you know, the vibe. You know,
okay, that is true. The vibe kind of is better.
The vibe is a lot better, so.
Okay, so the next question says, as a student in college during cuffing season, is it hard to be faithful with all the beautiful men on campus? Well, depending on the campus, my school doesn't have the best looking guys, so fortunately for me, whoever I'm talking to, I'm definitely not about to be talking to anybody else. I mean, regardless if there's other better looking guys or not. That is such a like personal question, because if you can't be faithful, that's on you. That's not on other guys, and that's not due to cuffing season.
If you're on campus and it's cuffing season and you've had your tryouts and your preseason and you began your cuffing season with your roster, basically, I would say that when you're looking at other females and, you know, they're looking good and it's hard, you know, just think about what the person that you selected for cuffing season, or persons, you know, some people have a 2-3 man roster, they just leave it at that. Just think about all they went through to get to that position. Think about all the competition, the long nights, tryouts, the preseason. I mean, how you drafted them. Think about it. They was there through the struggle. Think about that, you know, and I'm sure, you know, that'll help you resist the temptation.
So you're basically saying that in order to resist the temptation, you should feel empathetic for what a person had to go through to get to you.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay, so the next question says, during cuffing season, what are some good places for you and your boyfriend or girlfriend can go for a date night besides the movies and a dinner?
Well, depending on where you live, obviously, you know, if you're on the East Coast, it's really cold. You know, it's a lot of snow, a lot of rain, hail, all of that. I basically would recommend trying to stay in as much as possible. You know, if you are going to do something, you know, maybe go like on a nice little cabin trip or skiing or snowboarding, you know, kind of, you know, expand your horizon. Early cuffing season, while it's still, you know, like October, November, while you're having your tryouts, a great place to hold tryouts and preseason, apple orchard, you know, go pick some apples, you know, go to a cedar mill or something like that. Maybe some soft horseback riding, you know. And if you are, you know, on the West Coast where, you know, you got better weather in the wintertime, you know, things like that work as well. So what do you think, Chioma?
I'm the type of girl who not that much impresses me in terms of you don't have to be so extravagant with your stuff. So honestly, I'm all for Netflix and chill. Just give me your time, because we all broke in college. So when it is cuffing season, how can you stop being awkward around guys so that you can get chosen?
Well, coming from a guy's perspective, I personally would say that you probably should market yourself well. You know what I mean? If it's cuffing season, the guy is building his season. You know, he building his team. He's starting with the draft, scouting, building tryouts. He's gonna be on his game with how he's looking. You know, he gonna attend certain events just to see who out there.
Okay.
You know, that's how guys are. For example, Robert Kraft, the owner of the New England Patriots, you know, he's going to go and scout. He's going to make sure that he keeps everything running smoothly with his organization, recruiting the best players. He's going to look at the best talent. I mean, he's starting young. You know, he ain't just starting, you know, from college. I mean, I heard he scouts people in high school, you know. So that's how, you know, the New England Patriots have such success. So you have to market yourself as a female. Get your hair done. You know it's cuffing season. You know the drafts and scouts is coming. It's back to school. I mean, you already got an excuse anyway for those in college, at least. I mean, for people that's older, you know, it's fall season. You know, holidays are coming up. You definitely want to make sure that you keep, you know, your hair done, nails done, things like that. Guys, you know, keep cuts, you know, stay crispy. Because remember, like I said, I've seen some girls put together some beast teams. I mean, I've seen some girls, you know, have some nice rosters, you know, have multiple guys on their lineup, you know, just depend on, just depend on, you know, what you into. There's a lot of nice female franchise owners out there.
Well, I would say forget all that physical stuff. I mean, that's good and all because you always want to look presentable, especially if you're going to say, let's treat this like an interview for a professional company. You're going to have to look good. But I think the best way to be is yourself. When you start acting like the rest of these girls who are trying to fake this persona like they got this, that, and the third, and they really don't have this, that, or the third, that's when it all gets mixed up and you get dropped, because when it really comes down to it, he's going to realize that you're not an authentic person. So if you actually be yourself, that's going to make you a lot more marketable and a lot more, you know, a lot more attractive to the guy. So if I were y'all, just be yourself. In terms of being awkward, that's being yourself. So if you're awkward and a guy likes that, then just do you. Next question says, would it be wise to try and start a relationship during cuffing season if you're wanting something serious?
Yes, that is honestly the best time, in my opinion, to start a relationship, because if you start a relationship during cuffing season and the relationship goes well, then it's not hard to extend their contract. You know, I mean, contract extensions are always, you know, definitely favorited, you know, and I encourage it.
I would say yes if everybody's on that same type time. Because to be honest, she could be asking, if it's cuffing season, that means everyone's trying to cuff somebody, but they may not try to cuff you for the right reason. So if she's looking for something serious, you know what I'm saying, people may not be being serious, but it's the risk you're gonna have to take. I mean, year round, people not gonna be serious, and some people are gonna be serious. So I would go ahead, it doesn't hurt to try. Okay, so the last question says, should I still engage in cuffing season if I'm just looking for a fuck buddy?
I'm gonna let you answer that one first.
No, like what? No, you shouldn't. Do you know how many whores there are walking around campuses? And they're clear as day. You will know who they are within the first week of college, or, well, I'm speaking very collegiately just because I am in college. But I feel like there's a lot of girls out here that just want to do that. And you'll know very soon. Even if you engage in the first part of cuffing season to see who's only down to do that, then that's cool. But you shouldn't go through the full entire process, the whole entire season, if you're just looking for someone to do that with. That stirs up too many emotions, too much heartbreak, too much drama, and you might end up like him and get your tires slashed.
Damn! Psych! That's the wrong number!
She's so funny.
I'm funny.
She's very funny. But in my opinion, honestly, I'm not gonna recommend that you participate in cuffing season, actually, if you are just looking to have sexual relations with the person. There are plenty of people that went undrafted. There are plenty of people that did not make preseason or did not make the final cuts on the roster. Y'all can still do y'all. Go ahead and find one of them. Don't ruin somebody's cuffing season. I mean, it's a lot of work that took place into building that team, selecting that person or persons, you know, and, you know, being a good owner and building your franchise. So don't ruin somebody else's cuffing season, man. You know, wait till the summertime to, you know, be messy and mixy and, you know, have the threesomes and all that, you know. But, you know, Carl does believe a threesome is okay 365 days of the year.
Interesting.
I want to appreciate first, I want to say I thank you to Chioma, Queen Chioma, you know, the YouTube sensation. I know y'all already know all her information. You know, go ahead and follow her at Queen Chioma. You know, me, King KAPPA KARL. I know a lot of people been asking about my Twitter. I'm actually going to get active on Twitter. I'm looking to get active on Twitter starting this month, because I do have some things that I could tweet about, I guess. So, and I want to thank everyone who was patient for me. Always thank you to my new subscribers. I hope everyone is enjoying their drafts right now.
They'll be drafting right now. Yeah,
drafting.
Yeah.
And good luck, cuffing season. Remember, it's always chess, not checkers. Checkers get jumped. So my opinion as far as a really good, affordable date, always do natural things, you know, like working out together. You know, everyone knows I'm really big on fitness. Working out together actually can be a really fun date, a really fun time. You guys already have gym memberships. Even if you don't, you can find outdoor places that you can work out for free at. Also, you know, going hiking, doing things that are different, kind of above and beyond, maybe going swimming. You know, things like that. Some other really great options would be a nice road trip, a weekend getaway, a picnic in the park, maybe somewhere where you get up really early, you drive a few hours, maybe go somewhere different, somewhere new that neither one of you have been before, spend the whole day there, do affordable things there, and then, you know, come back later that night.